Okay, welcome to the show. Had a technical glitch on my third camera, so we've just got the two cameras on today. And today we're potting plants, you know. We got pots. We got, oh, I gotta get my plants. So, we got these two plants. This is a peace lily. This is a plant, Chamelin, I think it's called a Paula palm, Chameadora. What I'm going to try and do is divide them in two and put half of one in one plant pot and half in the other plant pot. So we'll end up with 4 plants. What I got is this bit of matting. Usually put it around a tree like that, protect it from pests. But what I'm going to do is cut it up and put it in the bottom of the pot plant. And that way, when you put gravel down, and the gravel won't fall through the hole, it will act as like a, you know, a sieve, and the water will flow through, but the dirt and the gravel will stay in the pot. So, I got that. I'll just go get my scissors. These are my other two big pots. Got 2 big terracotta pots and 2 smaller ones. So I'm going to sort of divide it into, like, not exactly half, but sort of one smaller plant, one bigger plant, and put them in each pot. So I've got sort of a variety of sort of style. You know, I've got a bit of this, a bit of that. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to work well. I don't know exactly how to do this. I put on my American accent for some reason, but I'm Australian, so because of that, I need my gloves. Cyclone gloves from Bunnings. I don't know if these are any good. They're good enough. I think my mum uses these, so I got a bin just here, so that can go in the bin. I like wearing gloves because, well, if you're going to have dinner, sometimes you get diseases from dirt and stuff. You don't want to be eating it and whatnot. So I slip these on. They're pretty easy still to use things. They're pretty thin, but they just keep the dirt off your fingernails and stuff. So yeah, I like that. This glove, yep, goes on the other hand. These are extra large. Fit a man's hand. If you're probably a footballer, you got bigger hands, you probably need extra large. I don't know, I was sort of a footballer, I sort of got fairly big hands, so, you know, a bit like a, what's his name, Collingwood, the tall bloke with the gloves and sunglasses, and I might have been Cloak who had the gloves, I can't remember. So yeah, I've got some of these to go in the bottom of the pot, so we can you know, sit the pot on that and not have the water go everywhere. And when you water your plants, probably your plants only need like a glass of water. It goes in the pot, dries up, plant doesn't suffer, doesn't drown. These two are in pretty good shape, they're not too bad. Yeah, anyway, let's get on with this. First of all, we're going to cut this stuff up. So we need probably, I could use a double. I suppose I could double it up. I'll need a little bit in the bottom. Could double it up just to make it a bit stronger, you know. But how much do we need? We'll make it, one's a bit bigger than the other, so we'll make it sort of almost half, but just a bit less. Through there. Look, I'm being a bit greedy using the whole thing, but we've only got 4 pots, so it doesn't matter. If I had 10 pots, I'd probably open them out. This makes it probably a bit stronger, and I can just line it like this, you know, just pop it in there, and it goes in the bottom. It might be a bit thick, actually. I'm not sure. You know, just I could probably cut that in half again, you know, it's pretty thick. I don't know really, so they usually go round a tree, but I thought this would be good as a mesh. So I might just flatten it out like that. Yeah, I don't know, pebbles is probably alright. See, that's sort of a bit loose, you know, a bit loose. Maybe I need to cut a circle, but I don't know, a circle. Maybe I will just cut it in half and just have half of it. I'll just have half of it. I don't think it will fray because it's sort of plastic, so it's sort of molded, you know, molded that way. So let's see. Yeah, I'll do about that much. Like that. I'll probably use this other bit. I've probably got enough in these four for the whole thing, you know. They don't have to be perfectly aligned with the whole bottom of it perfectly, you know. As long as it's just going to have a lot of rock on top of it. So that looks pretty good. That'll do. That. Got that in the bottom there. So yeah. So we'll get this bit. This bit. Sort of tilting. I might bring that camera around a bit so you can see what I'm doing on the table. See what I'm doing on the table a bit, you know. Sort of like that, and just make it a bit better. But sort of that one's done. So I've done one. This second one, the big one. Oh, pop it up here, and I'll pop that mesh in. Now look, it's covering it up pretty well. Once the stones are in there, it's going to be good. I don't think it'll move around too much, just to stop them falling through the little hole, you know, really. And a little bit of mesh at the bottom, sort of, it stops all your soil draining away, you know, all that. So it'll let a little bit out, but I think this is not toxic mesh because it's designed for plants anyway, so yeah. Cut up this other bit. I'll make the video soon. I've got two angles, so that'll be fun. You know, it's fun having angles. I wanted the third one, but something's wrong with my camera, so it's not working. So, I don't know. So maybe less than half. I probably could use just half there. Take that one down. That one's done. And this one, pop it up here, put that mesh in there. I want it to sit nice and flat, so I'll put it the other way up. You don't want too many crinkles, you want it to sort of be fairly flat, but too many big crinkles take up all your space. So, there we are. There we go, that's another one done. See that? And lastly, I'll do it over here out the way. I've got a good bit of space out on this balcony, it's pretty good. But it's getting full of stuff, as you can see. But I could have cut that one in half, but anyway, the next stage is a bit easier. Now I'll sit them down here and I'll grab my gravel. I'll do it all at once so it's easy to see. There. Oh, tired already. It's been a long day. Oh, it's heavy. This is a bit coarse really, but it's all I could find. It's drainage gravel from Bunnings. And I don't advise cutting the whole top open. I think just cut a little corner, sort of along the top. Let's be careful, don't split and go everywhere. So we'll just cut the little corner off. I want it just to dribble out gently. We don't want too much, so. And what you can do is put that corner up the top. So holding it like that and then just drop them in. Oh, it's hard. Heavy work. I don't like to be concrete. I can hardly hold it. It's so heavy. There we go, just a bit. Not a lot. Just a bit of range. Oh, I lost one. A bit in there. You know when your pot's too heavy, you know? Oh, I lost another one. There we go. Put that aside. Grab me spare ones that ran away. Oh. I'll just spread it out a bit. You want it fairly flat. There we are. Beautiful. Just make sure none got on the inside of your mesh. This one almost needs a bit extra, but I think it'll be alright. Oh, I'm tired. Let's get that extra one that ran away. Those are 3 done. Just a bit. And then I'm gonna probably, after that, I'm gonna probably top them up with a bit of soil. So I've got potting mix. I've got some manure blend too, so what I might do, I'll do layers. I'll do a bit of potting mix, probably about that much, then a bit of manure, and a bit more potting mix, then my plant, a bit more manure, then more potting mix. But the layers of manure don't matter, it doesn't matter if it's not all mixed through. Okay. Oh, yeah. That one's not open, so I got a big bag and a small bag, so the same ones. I just got this one. It's for tomato, vegetable, and herb, but probably the wrong one for these plants. But it's probably just got more vitamins that will propagate fruit. But in a way, flowers are similar. So this one doesn't really flower, but I probably could have got other potting mix, but with the manure it sort of neutralizes that anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'll put a bit in. Oh, another heavy bag, heavy lift. Try to get it in the pot. I just put a little bit for now. I'm just gauging what I need. I hope I've got enough full up for all 4. With the plant in there, it'll take some room, don't forget. So, probably that much. Maybe a little bit more in this one. So we've still got heaps left. And I've still got another bag to go. And I've even got seed raising mix, which I could mix through if I want to get rid of it. It's just soil with a bit of nutrients for seeds to fertilise. Oh. Anyway, we'll get rid of the mulch for now. I've got a bit of mulch to go on top. So we've got our manure. This is a lighter bag. This is much easier. Again, just want to cut the corner a little bit. Other people might be finicky and put all this stuff in the drums and use it like hand out. I just use the bags because they don't last that long, so it doesn't matter. Just cut the corner off. A fairly big corner so it don't get stuck. And I might do this by hand, just sprinkle a bit in. You don't want too much. You don't want to saturate it with this. Just a little thin layer. Flatten it out a bit. Get it sort of in the middle. And you want it just underneath the root system so the roots can suck all that goodness up. So, put a good handful in each. And once the plant's in, it's probably almost ready for the plant to go in. I might just put a little bit more in these bigger ones because they're probably a bit empty. I'll put a bit extra manure in this one, a bit extra in this one, just to get them up to sort of the same size. There we are. Can have a bit more. There we go. That's all the manure for that layer. Now I want to grab our plants. We sort of want to sit them in. We'll just see how we sort of go. Remember, plants, they're like $10 or $20. So if you muck it up, don't worry too much. Grab the plant around the base. This one's got a bit of water in it. Try and hold it over your pot so you don't make a mess everywhere, but just gently massage the plastic, and there it goes. It slips straight out. Before it goes everywhere, I'm sort of thinking where I can put it to cut it. I haven't done this before, I'm just making this up, so I'm thinking maybe I want to get rid of a lot of this. I might get me bucket and sit it in a bucket, might be easy. If you can see that from there. Oh yeah. So I want to pull it out, just plop it in a bucket. That pot I can use for another plant, so make sure you give them a good wash. There might be fungus or something in it. So we've got our trowel. We've got a little trowel here, and I've got my scissors. So in some sort of fashion I want to cut this sort of 2/3 or 1/3. So 1/3 will go in the little pot, and 2/3 in the big one. So, need a bit of room, but I'm going for this. And look, if they don't quite fit, you can always lift it out, put a bit more soil in. Where have I disappeared to? Somewhere. Hello! And just lift it up. Have a good look. Tease off some of the dirt, not too much. You don't want to try and break the roots because it's like it's losing its veins, you know. You want it to have most of its veins. And just have a good look at the plant, see where. I'm thinking maybe you can see that, maybe this little side here needs to come off and this big part can stay. So I might just cut it right down the middle there. Let's get rid of some more of the. Cut it sort of through here. Might not be the best for it, you know. It might sort of suffer a bit at first, but plants are fairly hardy. Once they get back in the soil, they'll feel better. I'm going to try and think of a way of cutting it. Maybe a knife would be better. I'll try my scissors. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but probably for the best. Doesn't want to cut, but I'm being a bit of a wuss. Let's see how far it goes in the pot. Well, it's not a bad height really. It's pretty good. Yeah, I reckon it's alright. You want it down a bit in these bigger pots. I think maybe just a little bit more soil in this one. It's a little bit low. So I might just pop a little bit more soil in. Like that. A few handfuls. That's why these gloves are handy, because you don't really want your hands in cold dirt all the time. You can do it, it's no problem, but it's just uncomfortable, you know. Why put yourself through that? You can have some gloves, you whip them off, wash your gloves, just wash them in a bucket or something, you're off and away. You can't really see me, but maybe we'll switch to this other camera and we'll be alright. One more of these. Don't forget when you finish, sweep up, especially if you're a kid and you're doing this out on your mum's patio. Make sure you clean up or I'll get in trouble. Your mum will come and tell me off. So that's pretty good there. And the roots will get down through that and they'll start to want that manure underneath. You can mix it all together evenly. Sometimes it's nice for a plant to get a surprise. Who knows? Who knows how plants think? If they do or not. Let's see. So I might just be a bit brutal and just drive through there, through that root system, right through the other side. can't really see what I'm doing here. Just want that little bit there. Sort of. Oh, there we are. I see. So we'll go through there. Oh, I haven't hurt it too much. Just cut it. Oh, no, I need a knife or something. Hang on, I'll be back. I've got a sharp knife. Oh. I don't recommend you using kitchen knives, but I'll make an exception. You'll probably blunt them on the little stones and that. No sharpener, it's not so bad. There we go. Oh look, we're missing most of the stem, so I've only shaved it a bit, so that will go in the smaller one. Just tease the roots a bit, plop it in, and make sure straight away you fill it up with soil. You get it feeling at home, you know, it wants to feel warm. It's cold at the moment, so centre it, pop some soil in. Might want to tip the bag up, but pull the hole down. Probably just get in like that, chuck it in. And don't forget that other layer of manure just towards the top. You want a bit of room at top for a bit of mulch, you know, a bit of mulch to keep the moisture in. So this will be a nice one, I think. So that's pretty good. Pack it down a bit. Want it in nice and tight so it feels at home. That'll do for that one. And this one, I'll put the back here. It might be a little bit big, but you want a bit of growth on it. You don't want it to die, so we'll whack it in there. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. You can see that too well, but hopefully you can. I'll move this bucket, this one out of the way, and I'll bring this up a bit. Just want to see that side there where it's cut, see? So we really want to get that covered up straight away. Get all the soil in there. And there's so much there, I'm going to tip the bag up. It'll take all day. Is that right? There we go. Quite a bit, yeah, it's pretty good. Fill it around, squash it down a bit. We want it towards the top, but not too high. Probably a little bit more. Want some worms and things get in there, and little insects. I like to eat all the fungal little mites and things. That'll do for that one. We'll put a bit more fertiliser and a bit more soil, then we'll fill it up with mulch. Now that one, the next one, this is going to be full on because it's a bigger plant, and peace lily. Oh, here, this camera really needs to come down a bit lower, but we're doing alright. So what I might do, just move that aside. And same deal, lift it up, give it a bit of a squeeze. You want it to come out of the roots, out of the pot. Get your bucket, pull it out. Look at those roots, that's well root bound, that one, look at that. That's been in there way too long, so that's straight out of the shop, so you know, look around, look for a good stem. Oh, my leg's sore. How do they do these shows? All the time. I reckon this little clump here can come off. Or maybe I'll just halve it. Maybe I'll cut it more in half. The pots are similar size really. They're a little bit smaller, but because of all that root bound, I don't even care if I lose a bit. I might. It's hard to see really. I'm thinking that looks like a nice little section of this side here. Maybe this can be my smaller. This can be a smaller one here. I sort of found one there. There we go. There we are. It's got a big section on it. Those flowers are coming off, so this side's flowering. I just want to see if I can divide it in half. Maybe this little half. Yeah, I'll do that. So plop it on the ground. It's so root bound, nothing. It won't matter, but just get your knife right in there. Cut down. You're cutting through the plant, but it'll bounce back probably. I don't know, maybe not, but we'll see what happens, eh? Cut in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've cut the plant a bit. There's so many roots there. Look at them all. I mean, that's going in the bigger pot. So we'll get our little one. Tease it out a bit. You want some of these roots cut off really. There's too many of them. Look, it's probably alright. It'll survive better with all that. But it's going to be a bit high out of the pot, so maybe rip some of them off at the bottom. Like that, just to loosen it up a bit and have a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. So turn around and fill it in. Just get it up like this, up on your shoulder. Hold it up and then. Oh shit! It went the wrong side of the pot. That's life. And scoop it up. Get it all in there. That's why these gloves are so good. You don't graze your hands on the ground or anything. So get all around, and this will shape up to a nice little shape eventually. Looks a bit mottled at the moment. Probably those roots there to go, but check that one. Yeah, look, a bit more manure than the topsoil and the mulch, and that'll be right. It's a bit wobbly, but stab it down a bit. And finally, my big one. Oh, let's have a look. It's huge, isn't it? I don't want it too high up, so we'll rip some of this bottom bit off. Put it in the bucket maybe. Might be easier. Just sort of tease the roots off. Don't rip too much off, but just a bit. Soften it a bit. Send it in. Get your bag. Oh, it's gone all over me. And in we go. So that's how you do it. Oh. As far as I know. I'll make it up as I go. So just fill it right up. As you go, sort of move it around the sides, around the back. Oh, ow, my legs are sore, sitting on my legs. You're probably better doing this up on a table, but I don't have much room, so hey up there. So that's how you divide plants. It's a natural part of ecology, things dividing, all our cells divide, and it's kind of naturally to want to create something from nothing, isn't it? So, doesn't it? So, oh shit, it's falling out again. Oh, that's probably enough. Maybe a bit more. Some on the ground here. I have to spend all afternoon sweeping it all up. You put the roots here, you never know, you might end up with another plant in there growing. So, not a bad thing. Plants are funny like that. Nature, they just pop up everywhere, don't they, in a way. We won't put too much fertiliser on the top. We want to keep a lot of space for the mulch, but the mulch will sort of spill out the top a bit, but that's alright. Now, probably just a handful of this. We don't want to burn the roots or anything, so you're just topping it up. A little bit of topping, dressing. Call it dressing, you know. Dressing the top, a little bit there. Just to keep the plant happy. while it's still settling in. A bit around the bottom. That one. Make some room. Oh, I get the spotlight now. I haven't done the cameras very well, have I? Because that one up there you can't see what I'm doing, but anyway, that's alright. So this one, let's do that. It's mainly for the introduction of the cameras. So. And then this last one here, chuck a bit of this. It's just chook manure and cow manure, I think, all blended together, so it's not a bad mix. It'll have some good ammonia, so sulfates or something, potassium, iron, I don't know, whatever chook shit's got in it. But that one's done there. That's it, really. Put more soil on top of wood chips. You just want to cover up the shit a bit so it doesn't smell, you know, you don't want to smell all the time. Cover that up. Not too much, you want a bit of space. Press it down a little bit, not too much. Around the back. I reckon we'll hand fill them. We'll do these two smaller ones. That one. Oh, running out of energy fast. I've got to get my food out of the oven, I think it's cooked. I'll cook some chicken. I'll spin that around. We might have a break and then I'll do the mulch. Probably just a little bit in this one. So much in that, it's pretty big. I've nearly used up the whole bag, but I won't. That'll do. Oh, quite an effort. That was quite a good effort, really. Do all that. Press it down. Oh, I could do a little bit more in that one. A couple of handfuls. One last one, and we'll have a break. Oh. That's how it's done, people. Down on your hands and knees in the garden. Nice fancy table work. Come back soon. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? New little pot plants. Smell me chicken. And we're back. Chicken's done. All eaten. So, what have I got left to do? I could put like a slow release fertilizer on, but I don't think it needs it with all that other manure in there. It's just overloading it, so I think basically all we've got to do is water them now and put some mulch on. So I've got some mulch. It's called Rich Grow. I'll put, you probably should water it first and put the mulch, but I'm just going to put the mulch first and water it just to save energy. It's not too dirty. I've taken my gloves off, but they're kind of wet. I've got them wet. I can't put them back on, but I could, but it'd be hard. So cut that open, give it a bit of a cut because they're quite bulky, these mulch blocks, and just spread it on by hand. You don't want a lot, you know, you just want a little light coverage. Maybe this isn't the best mulch, it's sort of pine chips or whatever they are, but this one's sort of a mixture, so Makes the pots look nice too. Cover it up a bit. Just keeps all the moisture in and the acids away. It's always good. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing up there. See what I'm doing? Oh yeah. I'll bring this one over a bit. See a bit better. Probably can't see anything there. A bit like that. There we are. So I'm just putting the mulch on like that. Just chuck a few handfuls on. Smooth it out. These bags are pretty big. I mean, it'd be good to have a smaller bag, but look, I might do some more plants soon, or I can always give it to a friend or something. They keep for a long time, so just stick it under your table for later on. For a good old Ron, eh? Later on. And he'll probably really appreciate that. It's probably too much actually. The water's not going to let me get through, but I'll soak it in later. Just push it down a bit. Who's that one back? Oh. Hang on, got a visitor. Hey Owen, come up. Speaking of friends, I've got one coming over to have a cup of tea, so I'll show them what I've done. Stick a little bit more mulch in these two. Those are all the apples. We'll give them a good watering. That's all we really have to do, I think. I don't think they'll be in shock too long. They're probably already recovered. They're thinking, oh, we're in a nice warm spot again. So, that's that. Then of course, you know, you got to clean up. Try to leave it overnight. Just do it when you can. Otherwise you'll get up later and not feel like doing it and leave it for another week. That's what we'll do. Alright, there you go. Okay, I'm just going to finish my video. Grab a seat, it won't be long. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed my video. Here's the plants. Potted up. See those. And that's how you do it. I watered them in later on. See you later.